What's up guys, Bomboy here and welcome to another episode of the Road to Raids. As always, starting off the video I just want to say thank you to everyone's support. I've had more subscribers this week, with the last 2 weeks actually, and I want to thank you guys for being patient, because I'm really trying my hardest not to put up like subpar videos content wise, and it is taking me a bit longer than a week at the moment. But yeah, so we'll get into it. This is the first raid for the week. 2 weeks ago I should say, I guess, and it's raid number 71, and what's effectively ended up happening is I've managed to do 10 raids each week for the last 2 weeks, so only 20 raids sadly. I suspect it's because of the World Cup and stuff like that, but here we go. So it's the same old thing, gems and herbs, it's cool, but we'll move forward. So yeah, we're going to go on through a number of different raids, and there's a lot of players that have been busy. I've got a long list of people that I can call on for raids, and a lot of them haven't been online. I just heard the other day that somebody has been hacked, so they're not playing. They're playing on a hardcore now, like a brand new one. But here we've got a clip of me and two of my friends DCing all the way out. So yeah, this was it. We got most of the way through Ulm, and then we got a full-blown DC with the World DCs that were happening 2 weeks ago now. Luckily that's all resolved, but yeah, it was painful to be, halfway through Ulm at least and just get a full-blown DC. So yeah, one raid wasted. So I've been bank standing, waiting for people to come online and stuff like that. I'm just really hoping to get raids done, basically. I still don't want to do the Armadyl task without dexterous prayer scroll, and I know that's probably an insane thing to do because it's just stopping my Slayer completely at this point. But yeah, I just don't find Armadyl that fun, and the only time things become more fun is when you become more OP for them, I find. And yeah, so dexterous prayer scroll would really help in terms of just being able to put down slightly more regular damage. And I think I would just enjoy the change of pace kind of thing. It's always nice to go back and have it slightly different than the last time. So I'm still waiting for that dexterous prayer scroll, because Armadyl gear I can kind of live without for now. It would help for raids, I guess, but yeah, like really that's not something I'm too stressed about. But there we go, there's 85 fletching, and the only reason I know it's horribly kind of inefficient to make magic short bows, but I only had to make like 800 or so, something like that, to get to 85, and then I can make the magic longbows. So whilst I was bank standing, I did that. I had some U logs as well, which I made into longbows as well. But yeah, that does mean that I can make magic longbows and use up like the 5,000 magic logs I think I've got there. And that will be a lot of value in terms of high alks, obviously. So that's something to look forward to, after I've had a long period of doing bank standing skills and stuff like that, which I doubt will happen for a long time because I'm very much on the PVM grind right now, and have been for a long time. So yeah, and finding time to do, even 10 raids a day is impossible. Like, having the players to do 10 raids a day is impossible, but yeah, it's like, actually fitting 5 into an evening, obviously that's like 2.5 hours, and that's actually pretty hard to find right now. But yeah, we'll keep moving forwards, and hopefully one day we will get that dexterous prayer scroll. As for any other weapon, the T-bow obviously would be nice, but I really couldn't care much for any of the other stuff. The ancestral, yeah, actually that's a pretty big bonus. But anyway, moving on. So this is raid 72, and we're just going to get some planks and coal. It's what can you do? It's nothing. There we go. So raid number 73, and I'm always kind of usually with people that I really know well, and so I've got some friends here. Tim the Great 4, very good friend in real life, and he's back raiding, and he's got very proficient now. He started off like a few weeks ago. I don't know if you remember me mentioning videos past, that he was struggling a little bit, but now he's one of my very good go-to raiders, if you ask me. Same with Kickable and Governator there. They're both very good, consistent raiders. So we're getting to a really nice group. But that's the 75th raid. And take a guess whether I'm going to get anything this week, because that's what I've been waiting for. It's like I can't upload another video without any raids loot, But that is up to Runescape. That is up to Jagex and their RNG and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm at their will there, So this is raid number 76, and we're getting very regularly around kind of 30 31 minutes, 33 minutes. These are some randomers. They're all randomers there, even though I've got one of the guys added. They're brand new. But yeah, we got saltpeter and some iris, meh, you know. So I was having to resort to random raiders basically for a lot of the time these last 2 weeks. I think because of the World Cup, and like I said, somebody got hacked, and so there's like a group of players that have all kind of made new hardcore accounts and tried to kind of keep him motivated. But this is one of the nicest loots I've had in the 2 weeks. So this is only the second time I've ever got dragon arrows from raids, and it's 114, so it's a fairly big drop from what I understand. But yeah, I really like those. I'm obviously going to need them one day when I get a T-bow. I mean, if I get a T-bow, hopefully I'll get a T-bow. You know, I'm really hoping for some karmic retribution at some point. You know, I don't know how many points in total I must have kind of added up through raids, but it's quite a lot. So here we go, raid number 78, and yeah, we're back to being with people that I know and are good raiding. But again, no loot, and I'm actually getting a very regular kind of 30% share if there's 3 of us. So I am doing a lot better than I was doing. Let's put it that way. You know, I was getting like 24% when there was 3 and stuff like that, depending on who I was raiding with. But I've actually switched to the Archer's Ring Eye instead of the Ring of Suffering, which, you know, is actually helping a lot points wise. But that was raid number 79, and again, really not good loot, so we'll move on. And now this is the one where I was trying to be a Sherpa, and I was hoping that I would get some kind of good luck through that, and it was a bit messy. People really didn't know what they're doing, you know. Like people say they know what they're doing, they know what is going on, but actually until you've done the raid a few times and you've actually tried it and seen what's happening, you haven't a clue. You know, that's what I'm learning. Like, people are like, yeah, I know how to run home and run the head and stuff like that, and then you go in there and they're like running across the wrong side of the map whilst they're supposed to be dealing with the mage hand, and you're trying to run the head and nothing's going anywhere, and everyone's taking damage because of it. But, you know, we didn't get any good loot again, and yeah, so that's to be standard. So now this is not a setup. I am here, I'm doing Hunter, and I'm preparing for some long time in the future where I've got, you know, we'll be going to Armadyl again. Now, I have 4 chins to the level, and you can see there the 4th one just went in the box right behind me, and this guy has just previously started attacking me. Am I going to bank? No, I'm going to try and get this level whilst he's PKing me, because honestly, I've got time, I've got a few brews, he hasn't TB'd me, you know, I was a bit less panicky this time, not like the other video. And so I was pretty confident that I could get it all done, but stupidly I went for the one that was going to run out quickest last, and so he froze me again, and that 20-second timer, he could have easily KO'd me with that AGS there. That was a scary one. I didn't expect that, because this is World 65, so he's got big risk. But yeah, I guess AGS is a lot less risk now. I guess it's like 17 mil compared to that, but he's still got a Staff of Light there, which is Staff of the Dead. But there we go. So I didn't manage to get the last box in time, and that's the one chin I needed for the level up to 84 Hunter. And yeah, so I had to bail out, because I obviously can't really hunt it whilst he's attacking me. I can't lay the box trap and hope that one chin comes into the right spot and I'm standing right next to it. So, you know, I started to run. And then we get this hero just saving my bacon. And I just saw the opportunity, and I was like, I'm not banking, you know. He'll be busy with that guy for at least 20 seconds, I hope, and then I can kind of get this level. So just plant a few boxes, and yeah, we'll hope for the best. But you can still see them battling out just to the top right of the screen there, actually. But yeah, it's kind of a fun little event. So whilst we're waiting for that last chin to go, I should just point out, in case anybody hasn't heard, which I think is very unlikely, but OSRS Mobile Open Beta is out for Android already, and it is open, but there is a limited amount of downloads. I don't know if that limited amount of downloads has been reached yet, but there's a lot of players who are able to try out mobile now, and I have been trying it, and honestly, it's amazing. You know, in one day of kind of work and what have you, I managed to AFK and just get like 155 sharks from minnows. But there's 84 Hunter. So yeah, when I got home, I had 155 sharks ready to bank, so I've saved them up. I know it's not a lot, but I didn't spend a lot of time on mobile. And yeah, really, it runs so smoothly. I do really like it. It gives me quite a nice option to play on my phone, basically. But there we go. Now that our level's done, we can get out of the wildy, and one of the guys called out a dragon impling here, and I went shooting straight for it. This is literally like a minute after I banked, and we got the dragon impling, and this is what, our third one? You know, since that one we missed, I guess. I'm going to open it up, and it's 92 dragon bones, and I'm certain that 92 dragon bones is what I got from the first dragon impling that I got. I can't be bothered to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure. Now, so again, from last video, I was trying to hunt the split bark body because I had an elite clue scroll that required it, and rune heraldic helm. So I was going to get the split bark body, basically, and get the one thing that I could get quite easily out of the way, and then see what I could do about the rune heraldic helm. Because I was certain I had two, but it must have been something else, because I've only got one. And so, yeah, I'm back at this boss that I don't enjoy killing, and it's so tedious, and the money per hour is appalling, and a lot of the drops I leave on the floor because, honestly, they're going to fill up my bank space. I will never use them, and they're not worth alking. So, you know, it's a lot of wasted time doing this, and then obviously I'm here with the potential to be PK'd, which didn't happen. But here we go, we'll cut ahead because this was a split bark body, and I'm sorry, the beginning of the video was kind of corrupt there, so it's dropped to me kind of picking it up. But I did get it on kill count 46, which is roughly, I want to say, about 3 hours work to get this. I don't know if it's that much, maybe it was more like 2.5, but it felt like a long time, and I made no money doing so. So yeah, I didn't enjoy that too much. But anyway, now that we've got the split bark body, I checked and found that my rune heraldic helm was in this kind of stash box for a hard clue scroll, and it's got rune plate legs and a rune spear in it. Now, I've got a stack of rune spears and rune plate legs in the bank because they're alchables, obviously. I don't have a stack of split bark body or rune heraldic helm, so from my bank space it's more efficient for me to fill the elite clue scroll. And also I find that I've already been to this elite clue scroll location more times than I've been to that one jiggig or whatever. So yeah, this was the more sensible decision for me until I get a second rune heraldic helm. It's also very quick to get to compared to running from Castle Walls to the jiggig guy and getting it again. So yeah, I ended up filling the elite one, and I'll have to get a second one eventually for the hard clue scroll, which I had already got all the boxes filled, and now they're not all filled. So that's something, you know, we're kind of almost taking a step back, but we are progressing. So here we are, we're just going to do the clue really quickly, and there's Runelight doing us wonders, showing us exactly what we need to do and where to stand, and it's amazing for this kind of thing. But there we go, we got the elite casket. I was so glad that there wasn't another step after that. Can you imagine if it just like got me with another thing that I didn't have? I'd have been rather put out, to be honest. But yeah, so we'll bank the rune plate legs and that. So here we go, we're going to open up the clue and see what we got for all our hard work. And honestly, that's not too crazy. So a Saradomin in page 1 and an Unholy Blessing again with some rune legs. The Unholy Blessing is actually really good for returning to God Wars dungeons in case I die already. To have 2 is handy, you know, it does save me an inventory slot upon returning. But that Saradomin page is actually the 3rd Saradomin page 1. So yeah, that book's not getting filled anytime soon. And then we got a random medium, and I have no idea where this came from. I'm really clueless as to what gave me this medium clue scroll. But yeah, there we go. Back to back, we got the honourable blessing. So we've got the unholy one, and then the next clue we got the honourable one. So yeah, it was a bit of a strange session there, but I'm not complaining. That's another second one of those, basically. So we've got quite a nice collection of the blessings. We've got all of them as well now. And here we have me doing Zora. So I've done a lot of raids since I've been doing Zora. Like, in terms of, I haven't done Zora for a long time, and I've done a lot of raids in the meantime. And it's used up a hell of a lot of darts, scales even. So the blowpipe's using them constantly, obviously, in raids. You're always using the blowpipe. And then also the trident goes through about 2.5k charges, obviously, scales, every time you need to fill it, depending on how regularly you fill it. So yeah, I needed to do quite a lot of grinding of Zora, and I ended up doing about 80 or 90 kills over the course of 2 days, which was also partly to kind of give me something to do whilst nobody was online raiding, you know. And yeah, we had some rough kills, we had some good kills. I can still do, you know, like sometimes 7 or 8 kills a trip, sometimes it's more like 5, it depends really. But here we go, she drops us another elite clue scroll. It very much depends on, basically, if it's mage or if it's range or melee, it will give me, I'll do no food. If it's the mage one, I'll use food. So yeah, that's basically how it works. And then this clue, it wants me to headbang, and it wants me to have a seer call. I haven't had Dagonoth Kings in ages. I also have an Armadyl task right now, which I'm not going to skip, and I'm not doing it in the foreseeable future. So that elite got dumped immediately. I just left that alone, and then we went back to Zora. So what I'm going to show you now is, because there was no good drop from Zora, we carried on with raids, and obviously we'll see what happens. So this is 81, so this is the start of the second week. It's really weird that I managed to get 2 raids done each day, like, basically. But here we go. So there's 96 dragon arrows, and that's my 3rd drop now, and I'm up to 298 dragon arrows in total with that, which was very nice. I quite like that. So yeah, that was a very fast raid for us. So it was really good. And then this was a mess. Let's put it that way. This is raid number 82. We're with a big group of random people that I found in World 65, and I was just getting desperate to get some raids under the belt. And I thought maybe, you know, Karma again. Maybe it would just provide me with a sniped item here, and I could be happy. But no, we got nearly 1,000 rune arrows and some herbs as well, so that's okay. And then Adior and Runor, again with these kind of randomers, but I kind of picked out a few that were slightly better and messaged them to see if they wanted to do smaller raid, and they did. And then we're back with friends here, raid number 84. We got just under 30% of the points, which is pretty good because these two have quite a lot of rage gear and better armor than me and better stats. So I think I did alright there, but again, really bad loot. Nah, you know, I don't know what's going on. Jagex just hates me. So there we go. I was too busy trying to say good luck, and I got 2 hit by Olm. Right at the end of the kill, I couldn't believe my like, you know, that's going to be the one where if I hadn't have died, I'd definitely have got the Dexterous Prayer Scroll. It's always going to be that way, isn't it? But let's see what we get as a consolation prize. 30 herbs, 60 herbs in total. They're okay. We're stacking up on the herbs, but it's still nowhere near enough to have 90 herb lore, so I'm still using the kind of meh overload. And then we got another one. It went fairly okay. Grimy Avantoes, and yeah, some saltpeter again. I can see I use so little food in that raid, actually. It's so good when you're with people that you know and you know what you're doing. This is raid number 87, and we're with friends again. A couple of randomers actually from today, but yeah. Another elite clue scroll, so you guys can look forward to that next week basically. And we're going on again, more randomers and one good friend there, and yeah, so this again, I'm hoping for Karmic Retribution here. One of the guys is really not very good in this raid, and one of the others is very good. And Iron Champs, obviously we know he's good, he's been with me for ages. So yeah, it's not paying off, this Karmic Retribution, so I thought maybe we'll do a big raid again and get the big points, and then hopefully an item will definitely drop. This is my last hurrah. This is basically Saturday afternoon, and I'm trying to get an item for you guys for the video. And so yeah, this is, it didn't work out, you know, and a lot of people got killed in that raid, I think. But again, some dragon arrows, so I think my 4th drop. So sorry, those dragon arrows put me at 298 dragon arrows in the bank. But yeah, not bad. So anyway, this is the last raid of the week, I should say, or the 2 weeks. It went okay. We've got another guy, well, it's the same guy from the last raid who's not really getting it in this raid. So it's a bit of a mess, but we still did okay. But the other 2 died, who are pretty good, but purely because of this one guy who messed it up for them. So, you know, that's not too fun. But I still managed to get a decent reward out of it with 41% of the points. But still, no Dexterous Prayer Scroll, no Dragon Harpoon, no Dragon Throne Axes, nothing. I haven't even had the Torn Prayer Scroll for, what, a month now? You know, like, it's just nothing. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'm out for the week. And I'll maybe see you next week, depending on how lucky loot goes and what happens. I'll maybe see you in 2 weeks. But it will always be at least 2 weeks, I believe. I really hate leaving you guys any longer than that. And obviously the videos do actually end up building up quite long. So yeah, that being said, I will leave you guys to it. Have fun, good luck, and I'll see you on RuneScape. Peace.